Hi, I'm Joel Pippard, and this is the Elders Seasonal Outlook for Autumn 2024. Today, we're going to have a quick look at the state of the climate and what climate drivers are impacting Australia at the moment, and then we'll get to the outlook, where we'll focus on rainfall and temperatures. We still have an El Nino event active from 2023, and this autumn it is expected to return to neutral by May. The current index of the Nino 3.4 is currently sitting at 1.23, which is still above the threshold of 0.8 for an El Nino. But we are expecting that to weaken quite a lot into April, and then once again returning to neutral during May. El Nino typically doesn't have a huge impact on Australia during the autumn months. Its two major impacts are generally that it does increase rainfall over desert parts of Australia, and that can extend through into South Australia and western parts of Victoria. And the other major impact is it generally does increase minimum temperatures overall across the continent. But otherwise, Australia isn't too impacted by El Nino. On the other hand, the southern annular mode is quite important during autumn. This refers to how far cold fronts are extending away from Antarctica. During a negative SAM, we get more cold fronts impacting Australia, and during a positive SAM, they can track closer to Antarctica, and therefore Australia gets less cold fronts. Overall, the SAM is trending neutral, but is slightly favouring the positive phase, and is expected to do so for the next couple of months. This means that we are expecting slightly fewer than average cold fronts this autumn. This is what the positive SAM does during the summer and winter months. No matter what the season, a positive SAM does lead to easterly winds over the east coast, and that can increase rainfall. But more towards the winter months, when cold fronts are usually further north, when we get less of these cold fronts thanks to the positive SAM, we actually see reductions in rainfall for the southeast and southwest of the country. So on to the autumn 2024 outlook. First up, we have rainfall. And overall, the rainfall outlook is looking fairly bland for autumn. This means that most of the country is expected to receive quite close to average rainfall. There are some exceptions, particularly during the month of May. We can see some of the impacts of a forecast positive SAM in the rainfall outlooks, with some parts of eastern Australia expecting wetter than average conditions, particularly in southeast Queensland and northeastern New South Wales, while also seeing a slight reduction in rainfall for the southwest corner of WA. But overall, much of the country is expected to be quite close to average. For forecast maximum temperatures, the vast majority of Australia is expected to see above average temperatures this autumn. Now, the effect is smaller for southern parts of Australia and more impactful for northern parts. Overall, we're expecting temperatures to be around half a degree to a degree above the long-term average. Looking at minimum temperatures now, and the patterns are very similar to the maximums, where temperatures are generally expected to be half a degree to a degree warmer than average. In southern parts of Australia, the positive SAM means more high pressure, which means we can get earlier chilly nights and possibly an earlier start to the frost season as well. So just to summarise everything, El Nino will weaken to neutral during the autumn months and will have a very small impact on the Australian climate. The southern annular mode is trending neutral to slightly positive, and this means we'll likely receive slightly fewer than normal cold fronts arriving this autumn. Rainfall is largely expected to be near average across the country, and it possibly could be above average in parts to the east and possibly slightly below average in parts of the southwest. Temperatures are overall expected to be slightly above average in the south and grade to warmer than average in the north.